Welcome to our series, the Bhagavad Gita for all. Namaskar. Chapter 17, Śhraddhā Traya Vibhāg Yoga, or the yoga of the threefold division of faith.
सत्त्वानुरूपा सर्वस्य श्रद्धा भवति भारत श्रद्धामयोऽयं पुरुषो यो यच्छ्रद्धः स एव सः.
In the last episode, we spoke of faith. Self-realization leads you to make a choice. So only you can make it happen. It's all really in your hands. Today, let's look at faith with the three gunas in mind. Now, worship is a little different. Worship is you offering your devotion. And your devotion could be to anything you believe in. If your faith is characterized by the sattva guna, you're more likely to follow the path of knowledge, of serenity, of peace and happiness. Because that's the sattva guna as we know. Thus, you have the tendency to offer worship to the celestial gods because of the goodness you perceive through the mode. You'll take joy in the act of faith itself. If your faith has tones of the Rajasic guna, you might be in for some suffering and harm in the end. The mode of passion has people worshipping the yakshas and the rakshas, says Sri Krishna. If your faith is full of greed and desire, you worship the gods because you see them as givers of power and wealth. And that's the Rajasic guna. Faith of the Tamas guna has ignorance written all over it, and you might be worshipping the ghosts and the spirits, says Sri Krishna. This faith is stained dark with ignorance. Thus, the temperament you're most inclined to will determine what kind of worship you offer and to whom. Apart from this, your attitude will also play a key role. There isn't just faith, there's also blind faith. You may have heard of individuals taking extreme steps to showcase their deep devotion to an entity such as God. They do some unthinkable things like fast for long periods of time, stare directly at the sun, do some kind of physical harm like beat themselves up, all with the intention to please the Lord. Now let's just understand this. In our readings thus far, we've come to conclude that there is a supreme soul, the Creator, and then there is an individual soul present in us humans too. That makes us all a part of this Creator. Our souls are all created from this one energy. If one has a Supreme Lord residing right inside themselves, and yet one decides to subject oneself to torture and harm through mindless activities, how do you think this human has pleased the Lord? Let's see. This person has wasted precious time doing some random harmful activity, has not contributed to the good of those around them through this activity, and has done nothing that is in tune with their dharma or their duty, and yet expects that the Lord bless them with all that they ask for. What sort of an argument is this? And why should the Lord bless you? Sri Krishna in verses 5 and 6 of this adhyay also points out that suppose by such ignorant austerities you were able to receive what you want, you will end up fueling your ego. Because now you think that staring at the sun for hours on end has given me wealth or what you asked for, apart from blindness of course. And this makes you demonic or asura nishchayan. This faith one shows is tamasic, full of ignorance. One might want to reconsider this show of faith because there is nothing substantial coming out of it. Faith and devotion are subjective. Everyone must have the freedom to express it the way they wish. But if it fails to comply with your dharma, it isn't quite the faith or devotion you think it is. Dhanyavad.